In southern France, there is a small city named Millau. During the busy holidays and summer seasons, Millau becomes congested to the point of mayhem. The current route from Paris to the Mediterranean goes through Millau, causing all the traffic congestion. Travelers will sit in traffic for hours on end trying to get through the two-lane road. A new route to relieve the traffic is to go directly across the Millau Valley and Tarn River. By connecting the A75 roadway with a cable-stayed bridge, 40 miles of travel will be cut off, as well as many hours of traveling during busy seasons. The cable-stayed design of the bridge was not the only option that was considered when designing the bridge. A suspension bridge was the first prototype. Through trial and error on a computerized model, the suspension bridge was not the best option. Although suspension bridges are very efficient, it was not the best option for this location. The construction of the suspensions would be too expensive and not worth the extra money. The large cables that are in a suspension bridge would have made it a very large project, which would result in taking up more space than the cable-stayed design. As one of the objectives of the Millau Viaduct Bridge, the scenery must be affected in the least way possible. Therefore, the cable-stayed design met this requirement. The bridge is 2,460 meters long, and at the tallest portion is 245 meters high, making it one of the tallest bridges of its time. Since the piers that hold the deck of the bridge are so high, they had to be made sturdy enough to sustain the wind and other natural effects that they would endure over the years. The valley itself is full of limestone, so portions of the valley had to be removed and dug out enough for the piers to be built. In a computerized test, the strengths of the pylons were tested in case of the limestone crumbling. With the reinforced steel and concrete, the pylons of the bridge held up to the damages. The engineers and contractors of the Millau Viaduct Bridge have many assumptions for the success of the bridge. It is expected to become one of the tallest bridges in the world, if not the tallest of its time. Taking into account the location of the bridge, it is presumed to become a major tourist attraction in southern France. The valley and river beneath the bridge make up for a beautiful natural experience. The cost of the whole development is projected to be roughly $525 million and to be completed within 3 years of the beginning of construction. With proper maintenance, the bridge is expected to remain useful up to 120 years. The deck is made of steel instead of concrete to result in a lighter deck. To construct the deck, an unusual approach was taken. Mainly because of the height of the deck to the valley below, construction had to begin at each end and was rolled from pier to pier until meeting in the center. The original objectives were met by the final design. The first objective was to shorten the travel distance between Paris and Perpignan and was met by bridge crossing over the Tarn River and cutting off 40 miles of travel in 2 hours' time. The second objective was to relieve the congested traffic in the city of Millau. This objective was met as well by diverting the traffic flow away from the city and across the river and valley. The last objective was to not disrupt the nature of the valley and river beneath the bridge, and that was accomplished as well. The final design was the sleekest and most able design to cause the least amount of disturbance. From the deck of the bridge, it's actually a great view of the valley below.